Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to do a video of a steering damper. Now that's the box of it. If it focuses, I've taken the steering damper out because I've actually fitted it, and we'll have a look at the website. In fact, I'll bring it up now. So this is the very one I bought from Amazon. There's the price. It took about 2 weeks to get here. Yes, I think it came from China, but you can get them from all over the place. I've actually fitted it to my pedals, my Thrustmaster pedals, and I'll show you that shortly, as a damping system for the pedals. And I'll show you what I needed to do to add like a bracket on here and a bracket on that side. Yeah. So this is the model I got, and I wasn't sure because there's so many different variants whether it's going to work. Could be cheap, £30 for a steering damper seems cheap to me, but there's different ones. Now there's a one there, looks similar. Yeah, it's hard to, but it's like even cheaper one. I actually put this on at first and it's not adjustable, and the only way you can adjust it is putting a different weight of oil in, different weights. So I put this on just to try it, to get everything working, and then I waited for this one, and I put it on and it works fantastic, and I'll show you. This has got an adjustable damper. If you look at the picture, this here, so you can make it be hardly anything. It doesn't go to zero where there's nothing. There's ever so slight drag, and I just have it enough where the springs, it doesn't bounce back and do this. It'll just go like, the pedals will just go like that, but you can adjust it to how you want. Yeah, it's aluminium and chrome, and it's all metal basically. Only difference being is that picture there at the top there where the bolt goes through, that's a bigger diameter than the one on there. It doesn't matter, I would get the thing first and then think about your bolts. Right, so construction says it's CNC machined. You know it's for a motorbike damper, but you can use it for anything. Some people put them on the collectives, so when they're pulling the collective up and down, it could be done easy enough, but I've got the spring tension on mine, it works perfect, so I don't think I'll do that. Or you could maybe use them on the X and Y axis on the stick if you wanted a dead stick. I chose to replace my warbird to warbird D, which has the clutch built in, so that I can use that for that. But you could do loads of things with them. It's pretty easy to install. There's a nice picture there to show you on a motorbike. There we are, some pictures here. There you go. That's how you fit on a motorbike. It's just to stop the steering wobbling if you're going light on the wheel as you're turning and things. I never really used one on a motorbike, never needed to one, but some jixes were a bit funny when you got light on the front wheel, especially if you lifted and things and it moved easy. Anyhow, there's some nice pictures of it. It looks high quality. It's really smooth. So I can't say anything bad about it. Yeah, there's nothing negative about this product. I would buy it again, long as I get the same one. And it's a 7% voucher on that, so I can't remember what I paid, to be honest. But anyway, it's worth it there. So that's the box it comes in. It's obviously it's foam in there. Nothing else on the box. It's like a generic type of steering damper. But that's what it comes in. Yeah. Now, you need some way of mounting it to your pedals, TPM pedals I'm using, and I'll show you them shortly. You need somewhere to mount it and to the base. So obviously you need somewhere here and somewhere there. So it goes like that. So when you do your pedals, it's going to push back and forward like that. Yeah. That's just put that out the road. So you need some like sort of clamping system. Now I went on Thingiverse and there's not that many. Now I ended up coming up with something like this. This is off Thingiverse. Now this is printed in, doesn't matter what you print it in, but I printed it in carbon nylon. So I wanted it to be strong. And it's like a pin. And you just lock it in over the arm of the pedals. And then that goes to something like that. Yeah, and that will go down on that side like that. If that makes sense. And that allows to move a little bit. There's a ball joint inside there. And then the other side, you need another bracket making which clamps to the base. You do have to screw through the base somehow. That's what I've done. But this one, initially it comes with some, you can download this as it is. And that's what I've done. Print it out. And it didn't really work. The problem, what I was getting is there's only one bolt all goes through. And this was actually a thread inside, like a plastic thread, and it just, as you tighten this up, you're going to pull the clamp, so you can't really tighten it up. So I didn't really like that. So what I've done is I went to another version. In fact, I've got 4 versions. So the next version I don't know is that one. Yeah, that one, which I put a bolt on the back. So instead of having like no bolt, and if you want, you can have these and alter them. I'll put them up on Thingiverse if I get. I can just send you the files if you're interested. Says me doing that. So now there's a bolt runs through there. If I take that bolt out, it doesn't really matter about the size of the bolts. The size of the bolts is relevant to what holes in the ball joint on the damper. So this bolt fit, just a random bolt I picked up, fits in there perfect. So that's the size I needed for that one. Yeah, but the one which is on, if I could show you that first, that would go through there like that. Just put some little washers on either side, then that would go through there. Actually, wrong way around. Go on to that one like that, and you can, and obviously that would be bolted up with the screw, and then it'd be like that type of thing. Yeah, it'll be like angled like that, and then you'd have your bottom one attached. So anyhow, let me get rid of that. So I messed around for quite a while. I got that to work. I got the right gap working because it was a bit too tight and I had to sand all this, so I had to like take quite a bit off. So this bit works great. The bit what sticks out, I needed to extend it. It was a bit too small for that damper, the gold one, but it might work on other ones. And then I ran into another problem. These bits didn't fit perfect, and there was a lot of sand, and so I decided to cut them off. And then I ended up with this one which doesn't have any centers, as you can see. Basically just relies on that bolt, but this time I put 2 more bolts in which would go from the front. So now I don't need to worry about this being tight. I can just have that just right, and these 2 clamp it through there. Yeah, and the final one, because this hole was for that size, which is about 5mm. Yeah, when I got the new damper, the hole was a lot bigger. There's no dimensions on it, so I can't really, but you see the little hole there I'm pointing where my mouse is. This was a lot bigger. It's 1/4 inch I think it was, or whatever. So as you can see, if I hold that up, see the size difference. So that's the one I'm using now. Well, obviously I've got it on there, but that's what I've done. I just drilled this out to see whether that would work. So that's the size of the bolt I would use. In this case it was like 1/4 inch bolts. And then I tweaked it a bit more, which I have never really used. I managed to just use the one what's on, but the final version was like this, but it just needs a bigger hole. I made a little bit wider at the sides because these were splitting. As you can see, it's in, I've got one which is splitting. You see the holes are too close to the edge, so I had to make these a bit deeper. And I've also made a little bit of adjustment on the front. This is printed out in nylon as well, carbon nylon, and I've made it like a bit longer, and I've made them grooves a little bit better. I don't know if it's come through on camera. Yeah. Now the hole's not the right size, so I've left it like this so you could put any size you want in. That's just a guide, so you can drill out, and I've kept that size 5mm for them and 5mm bolts, but the center one you want to drill that out to suit your bolt, which in my case for this one was 12mm. I think it was 12mm, so I just bored it out with 12mm, which is the same size as that one. Yeah, so I thought it would be better to do that than like one size fits all. You can just drill it out to suit whatever you need. So this is the final one, but I didn't use this one. I've used an adapted one, only because I couldn't be bothered to put it on. But if it ever cracked or broke, then I'd replace this one and just drill them out. And this carbon stuff, I thought I'd use that because I want you to see that. It's hard to get it to come up on camera. Is it focusing? This quality of this stuff, I keep saying it, it's just really nice. It feels like engineering material, even though with the carbon, I mean, the nylon's going to give that wear resistance, and it's like really slippy. You know what I mean? It's like a bearing surface anyway. You would think the carbon would make it like abrasive, but it seems to be good for making like bearing surfaces. But anyway guys, that's that. If you want the files for this, that's the bottom one. Sorry, that's the top one. The bottom one I haven't printed out, but I think I should have to show you it, because I've only printed the one and that's on the machine. Let me have a quick look. I might not have it, I can't remember. I'm just going to pause the video a second till I find it. Okay, so I found it. It's on Thingiverse. Okay, yeah, I said it wrong. So the TPR pedals, not TMP pedals. But anyway, you know what I mean. These pedals here. So this is exact steering damper which I bought. So I've showed you this bit, which is this here, but this bit I haven't showed you, which is that part there. You can print all this out. I didn't have to do anything. In fact, I did. Let me just go to 3D. This part here, where can you see it flares out? Flares out that side and flares out this side. Yeah, I just got a Dremel and made that flat because the thickness of you can't see this metal part here, it was a bit too thick. Certainly didn't need no washers on. And then I just lined it up. I positioned it somewhere near in the middle of there, made sure it worked both axes, and then I just marked it up and drilled it up. Drilled one, bolted up, then drilled the other one. There's a little lip there, you can see there's this little lip here which just goes around there. You could stick it on and then drill it either way. You want this right at the end. The difference I've done, as you can see, where's it at? You can see it if you look at that. There's holes different holes here on there. Essentially it's the same, it's just that I've took away them flat spots off the top because I didn't need them, because once that's clamped in they ain't going to go nowhere. It's not going to turn because it's clamped over that little ridge of the aluminium extrusion here. And what else then? With this one it comes with these, because the holes are bigger than you need, like there, but I end up having to drill this out with the same size bolt, so I end up drilling straight away through. So the, let me just do that. See how he's got a thread, no thread, and the thread, you're supposed to put it through in and screw that. I just drilled all the way through and then put a nut on the other end. So yeah, that worked fine. And I think I had to, with the Dremel, I might have to like widen this a little bit, because every damper is going to be slightly different. Even though I use the same one as him, I still had to do that. But that'll get you away, so you can try it. Also, where the pedal, I haven't got a picture of it here. See that little rubber stopper? That touches there when you do your pedals like that, and that. This touches that rubber pedal. You might find that it's not quite the right gap, so you mess around with it. I just put some rubber feet on there and like a little sticky rubber on that one to make it a bit, and I also adjusted this a little bit so it was, when it stops, it's not hitting there, it's hitting the rubbers, so it hits the stoppers and not the end of the rod on here, because if you put this at different positions it will affect how that's going to work. So you want not too far up here but not too far up there. Yeah, and you can print this out and just do what you need to do from there. I don't know what this was for. I still can't find what that's for. That one, I'd never used that. I just don't even know. I printed it out but I don't know what it's for. It doesn't say in the instructions what it's for, but I couldn't find anywhere where I can see where that would go, unless it's, I just don't know. But anyway, this is the guy here. So there's A from D. If you want my version, then I'll send it up onto my site, which is, I don't think I can find it from here. Anyway, I'm on there, but I'll send the link and then you can go to get my daft little ones I've done. So what I'm going to do now, because I think there's nothing else we can cover really, I'll go get the camera. It might be a bit wobbly, but I'll try to like do some footage of showing you it working, and I'll do a little bit of flight in DCS to show you. So back shortly. Okay guys, so I've got the camera set up a little bit closer. As you can see, I've got me flying around in the Apache. It's not linked, by the way, so don't be surprised if it looks a little bit out of sync, because it is. It was just to show you really that's what I'm doing. I'm flying around. Looking at the linkages, they're all nice and they're not slack or loose in any way, so it's not causing any problems or binding issues with the cables. Everything's working as it was with the damper, and then without the damper it is far better. Obviously it's going to be better, but you won't know till you actually, some people might not like it, but I think it's far better. I've got it turned really low so it's not pushing too much. It's just enough that when you let go of the damper, and I'll show you here, as I let go it just dampens that bit out, where before it used to go back and forward like on a spring, and it wouldn't damp out. That's just damping. Now that's perfect for what I want. I've just turned up to like number 3, turned up a bit more. Yeah, so that's a little bit stiffer. I don't know what number that is, but it's higher. Puts more stress on the linkages though, so I'm turning it right back down again. That's back down to the lowest one, so there's like no stress on any linkages really. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, guys. Just there's a little bit of movement, but it's excellent. Gives you far better control in a helicopter. So yeah, definitely recommend this if you're going to think about getting this. Anyway guys, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, sub if you haven't. Any questions, leave in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you, and thanks for watching.